Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us on yet another edition of the program Garden City Rendezvous. Garden City is coming to you from the studio of NTA Port Harcourt. I'd like to ask, how you doing and how's the day been for you? Well, I don't know, wherever you may be, you might be in the kitchen and the parlor doing a thing or two, but just lend us your ears because today is Power Pack. It promises to be an exciting and of course an amazing time on the program today. Call me Blessing Oti, and you are not wrong. Welcome, welcome once again to the program Garden City Rendezvous. I tell you, the package is loaded. We shall be talking a bit of information, entertainment, enlightenment. In fact, you don't need to miss this time, okay? On the program Garden City Rendezvous. Yes, yes, Christmas is here. A lot of us look forward to Christmas. I particularly look forward to Christmas because it is a time of showing love. Yes, not as if people don't show love, but in the season of the Christmas, you get to see a lot of sharing, caring, giving, celebrations, a lot of oh, I'm there, cultural activities, just name it. It happens during this season, and I must say that I quite like and enjoy this period, okay? And so, 5 days to Christmas, what's the plan? What's happening? What's cooking? What has already been cooked? Are you traveling? Are you going to be around? I don't know. What are you doing? Okay, so we shall be talking about all of these on the program today. So, like I said, speak back and let's enjoy. And of course, to do this with me, I have a man in the studio. I call him a philanthropist. He's a man of many parts. He's been giving back to society and, of course, doing a whole lot to put in smiles, okay, on the faces of the people around him. Join me as I make welcome today my guest on the program Garden City Rendezvous. I'm talking about none other than Dr. Andrew Ibe. We're glad to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, viewers. Sit tight and enjoy the program.
How you doing, sir? How's the people for you?
Well, very well. It's a very lovely season. It's a lovely time. And I appreciate the fact that I'm here to encourage people to show love, because that is what the season is all about.
Talking about showing love, okay. Forgive me, what does Christmas actually mean? How do you perceive? How do you say Christmas?
Christmas, to the believers, or to the Christians, I would use the word, is the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. If we look at the Bible references, the birth of Jesus Christ was a given for the redemption of humanity. And it means that God gave Jesus Christ for the redemption of mankind. And it was a kind offer to humanity. Not because we merited it, but because God loved the world. That's what he said in his word. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So this is a season for me that we should show love to people. The celebration is not about Jesus Christ as a person, but it's all about celebrating the redemption of humanity.
Celebrating the redemption of humanity. Let's take it further. In a time like this, what is expected, of us, first as a people, and then before we begin to talk about as a Christian and all of that?
Yeah, for this season, because I said that it's a time of giving. So I expect that every individual, at your own level, you need to give. Do not only be the receiver. No matter what it is, give out something to somebody. Because that is what the season represents. Because as you are giving, it means that you are fulfilling that plan of God in your own life, because we are giving.
It's a time of giving. You just said it there. But we'll continue with that conversation shortly. But right now, we'll go over to Rotary. You understand that Rotary is a non-profit organization, and what their major focus is to do good to the society. And I tell you, this one is big. Different Rotary clubs, here in the River State, and of course internationally, came together to give out microscopes to over 50 something healthcare center. I must say this is massive and it's coming in a time when we're talking about sharing and giving out. Let's take a look at how that's all unfold. When we come back, we'll be talking some more. Don't go anywhere. It is Garden City, Rendezvous.
The Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Airfield, in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt City Valley, Port Harcourt Skyways, and Bonny Island, alongside the Rotary Foundation, carried out the donation of microscopes to 55 primary health care centers across River State. The initiative was implemented in partnership with River State University, Port Harcourt, the MEX Global Health Institute, and the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria, with support from Rotary partners across District 9141, 7410, 7255, 7490, 7210, and 7230. Speaking at the event, the District Governor, Rotarian Anthony Osareten Wogari, expressed deep appreciation to all the Rotary clubs and partner organizations whose contributions ensure the success of the project. He charged the beneficiary healthcare centers to make optimal use of the equipment and to maintain them properly, noting that the microscopes would significantly enhance accurate disease diagnosis and improve healthcare delivery.
The expectation of Rotary is that we put these microscopes into full use. Dr. Okaji mentioned in his speech, and I want to emphasize it. Please, my ask is that you make these microscopes things like your personal property. Because if we will handle them and misuse them, we will not be able to carry out the intent with which Rotary has brought this equipment for you. Rotary as an organization, what we try to do is to try to see how we can form in and ameliorate, make our immediate community better place, our world and ourselves. That's our vision.
The District Secretary, Rotarian Kelechi Ekeze, expressed her delight at the successful execution of the initiative. She explained that the project began in 2023 and involved comprehensive training of participants prior to the distribution of the microscopes. She emphasized that the program aligns with Rotary International's focus on disease prevention and treatment.
We started this thing since 2023, and here we are today with all the participants trained and the microscopes distributed to the primary healthcare centers. So I'm very happy. This is making a part.
Also addressing the gathering, the President-elect of Rotary International, Mr. Yinka Babalola, highlighted Rotary's remarkable impact in River State across its 7 areas of focus. He stated that the project is part of a broader effort to eradicate malaria through the distribution of 150 high-tech modern microscopes and hands-on training for healthcare workers to ensure effective utilization. He further noted that Rotary is implementing similar high-focused projects in other states, fully funded by the organization.
In River State and in Port Harcourt, Rotary has done a lot. In areas of water, sanitation and hygiene, which is one of our 7 areas of focus, maternal and child health, like we're dealing with malaria now, with this project for which we are giving out 150 high-tech modern microscopes, plus training the people. Community development and economic empowerment. Rotary Club do a lot of projects to skill up people, and to give people startup grants so that they can make their lives better. Here in this town, together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves.
In her remarks, Rotarian Ijoma Pel Okoro explained that Rotarians are volunteers who render humanitarian services without financial compensation. She encouraged members to continue serving with passion and to find fulfillment in the positive impact made in the lives of beneficiaries.
I just want them to put their hearts to it, you know? Like you know, Rotarians and volunteers are not paid. A lot of things we do it because we share a common feeling and goal to make humanity better. So I want them to see beyond work. I want them to put a little bit of their passion, their humanity inside it. I want them to take pleasure in the lives that will be saved. Each time they think about the numerous lives that will be saved because of this intervention, that should be enough fulfillment because that's their work for God and the reward is endless.
The event concluded with a formal presentation of microscopes to the participating primary healthcare centers, whose representatives expressed profound gratitude for the timely and impactful donation.
Indeed, very impactful donation, and that's what Rotary, normally does in the society and of course the world at large. And I want to say kudos to them for at least doing this one again. Okay, now talking about impact, giving, sharing. Let me come back to you, Dr. Andrew. I know that you have a foundation who also caters, just like Rotary is doing, who caters for vulnerable people and the rest of it. Tell us a little about what you do, particularly to create impact.
Okay, I've chosen to set up an organization, a foundation that have the love of the people to take care of the vulnerable in the society, especially the widows, the orphans, and the less privileged. It's over 17 years now we are running this foundation.
That's quite a long time.
That is incredible. It's the grace of God.
Mm.
We have done a lot. We do scholarships to indigent students in the society. We run them from secondary school, universities, first degrees, and then the master's and the PhD programs.
Up onto that level?
Yes. So we run that annually for the indigent people in our society within our neighborhood. And we also show love to people who don't have the capacity to really fend for themselves. So we do entrepreneurship development to help the society to develop. We look at people who have needs for running a business, who have people who have needs to get skills. So we give them support financially to go into those trades, and then to make sure that they'll be able to have something on a daily basis to feed their families. So this we have been doing over 17 years. So a few years ago we did an anniversary of the foundation for 15 years. A lot of dignitaries we are also in attendance. Something that we glorify God to have given us that grace. And in the next few years we'll be completing of the 20 years of our operations in our locality.
Okay, now I want to find out from you what actually gave rise, to you giving back, because for so many, this is not what people find, easy to do. A lot of people have so much, and they do not want to make that impact, okay? And so some people even have little, and of course they have the minds to also do it. So in your own case, what was a driving force, for your philanthropic gesture?
Yeah, like I said in my intro, that this season is something that is very important, and as a believer, we know that our redemption was not paid by our own effort. It's something that God had given to us, and He said that that blessed is He that gives. So for me as a child, when I was growing up, I saw a lot of needs in the society, and I saw people who didn't have so much to really take care of themselves, or perhaps even go to school. So, and I felt, and I told myself, I said, look, when I grow up and I have an opportunity, I would definitely share this. And so I had a natural calling to actually share with the society, because that I can refer to when I was young. I hardly eat in alone, so I would always go and look at for children around my neighborhood to come join me eat, and that was where it came in from. So I saw myself in that particular practice for a very long time until when I got to the stage of having enough fun to share with the society. So I have been doing this, and I feel that this is very necessary, and I know that because it's commanded that we should give, and so that I will be blessed. So I have this as my focal point, you see. I know that as much as I give, that I will be blessed as a Christian. So that's my own focal point, and that's my goal, you see. I will make sure that the society will have a good place. If I'm able to help, I know that I'm going to have more safety in the society, because as you give, you remove those things that would have made the children to go into crime. If you give, you make people not to be hungry. If you give, you make them have that stability in life. Of course, when somebody is hungry, when somebody does not find money to buy clothes, you see that that person's dignity is lost. So I try to create that atmosphere that dignity, the human dignity, is sustained. And that is one thing that pushed me to go into charitable activities. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk some more. Okay, we'll come back to you and talk some more. But right now, let's take this feature. Actually, Chief Davis Ikanya actually spoke on good governance and, of course, on Garden City. We captured the sight and the sound. Let's take a look. You know that they say good governance, brings about, development, accountability, and wherever there is peace, there is bound to be development. Let's take a listen. I will come back. We'll be talking some more with Dr. Andrew. It is the Garden City. Remember.
This road was first done by Okilo's administration since 1980, and no administration since then has ever remembered Obakere. And saying in his wisdom, it necessary that Obakere should be remembered in his administration. And you can see that the man didn't just do the road, he also installed a street light.
We are thanking him immensely for remembering us. This road has been a big challenge to Obakere.
Good leadership is about making decisions that place the people first, while setting a clear direction for growth and development. Achievements in infrastructure and human empowerment, among other visible impacts, reflect purposeful leadership of a leader like Sir Siminalayi Fubara. Following his leadership style, political stakeholders throw weight behind him.
He has exercised his constitutional right. It's left for us. For example, I support him because he has exercised his constitutional right. So he is free. So I don't feel good that he has been able to find his feet again. From the time of IPN, we've always been connected to the party that moves at the national level. So I'm not surprised that he is doing this part.
Confidence has also been expressed that his alignment would usher in a new phase of development and strengthen governance for the people.
He has told us that this is what is good for the university, and I don't have any reason to doubt his statement, because he has not failed us thus far. All his reasoning and all what he has been telling us have come to find out that he's been consistent with good reasoning.
Today, we celebrate a leader who has shown vision, courage, and a deep commitment to the people.
Glad to know that you are still there. In case you're just joining us, the program is Garden City Rendezvous, and Garden City Rendezvous is coming to you from the studio of NTA Port Harcourt. Today, we are having a swell time here in the studio talking about the season and, of course, the reason for the season. And we know that this period is a period where we must continue to show love, share in your little that you have, share in the big that you have, okay? Whatever you have, this is the time to show love, okay, to your friends, to your neighbors, and all the people around, even your enemies. You can also show them love, okay? Because Christ is the reason for the season. We're just 5 days to the Christmas, and of course, I can feel the environment, the energy, the vibe, everything is on point. And by the way, Dr. Andrew is still here with me in the studio. We're talking about a whole lot of things he has been doing, and of course, the need for us to continue to do, and every other person to do the thing he is actually doing. But we'll get into more of that conversation now. All right, so let's get back. And let's talk about, you work at an environmentalist, okay? You have, I want to talk about this season because I know that the dry season is already there, and of course, a lot happens within the dry season, okay? People traveling from one place to the other, keeping our environment safe and all that. So what could you tell us, okay, in the need for us to be safe, and protect ourselves during this period?
This season is a very important one, and I want to tell our viewers to pay attention to their own environment, and so that they won't pollute it, because a lot of waste will be generated at this season. Where you dump this waste matters a lot. How you handle them is also very important. So let's try as much as possible now not generate waste that will pollute the environment, because the environment is just a globe. It's where you are, yourself, and all of that is in that environment where you are, or that particular space where you are. That's what the environment is. So when you generate waste that you dispose, assume that you generate for those in the river, you generate waste and you dispose them in the water bodies. And the fish in the water body picks up this waste. Who is going to eat the fish? It's the same you. And means that the waste has come back to you. So let's be careful where we dump the waste. There was a story of somebody who actually threw away a waste into the water body somewhere in the Delta State, then it was Benin State. And when he threw away that particular substance, and after which he was working in the refinery then, according to what the story was, and when he was coming back, so he wanted to go on time, he bought fish that was hung on the road. So he got home, and his family was not at home. So, because the light was not there, okay, let me help myself to dissect the fish, keep it ready before my family and his wife return. Coincidentally, he opened the intestine. The same thing he threw away into the water, he found in the fish he bought in his home. So meaning that whatever you give out can come back to you. So what I'm encouraging the people to do is to make sure that we do not pollute the environment more. Because the environment is something that we need to preserve. Of course we know that it was given to us by our parents, and for us to hold, to give all handover to our children. So if you damage the environment, it means that there will be nothing to hand over to our children. And of course, we are not being fair to our own children. So what are you going to hand over to your children if you have damaged the environment? One thing I'm going to talk about is also fire.
That's very critical.
Very, very critical, because
very, very
yes,
critical.
You hear a lot of stories this season. But some of those stories were not true. This one is ritualist. This one is this. Fire in the market, fire is also way out.
We hear that they use it for ritual purposes.
not actually true. A lot of investigations have been done. They are not true. It's just the kind of attitude, carelessness that people have decided to put in place. They don't clean up the place. They don't agree. They don't do all the technical things they are supposed to do. The electrical wirings are not of quality. The equipment are not of standard. And when there is short circuit, you see that fire will come and burn down the place. People will be accused. But one thing I want to say, for those who smoke, for those who want to do knockouts and all the rest of it, please be careful. Of course, the fireworks, a lot of people have burnt the bush and damaged a lot of properties. So I want to encourage people to be very careful, even when they celebrate these things with these infrastructures and everything. I think it's very much important that we do not burn the environment for us. I think it's very important.
It's very important that we keep our environment safe, whatever you're doing, whether you're doing fireworks, you're burning bush, whatever you're doing, ensure that the environment is safe, because this period, everywhere is going to be dry. So be careful where you lit fire, okay? So that be careful if you're traveling, you off your appliances and all of the others.
Exactly.
And not leave it on before you know there is.
I think this is something very important that we need to just mention. You know, in some places where they don't pay what we call the bill, they leave all the electrical bulbs on because they don't care. Yeah. But I will tell you for safety purposes, well, once you are going out of the room, please switch off your electrical appliance. This will save you from fire. This will save you even from damaging the equipment, because you don't need to keep the power steady on them when it is not required. Some fittings are not required to have steady power for months or years. So when you are going out, please switch them off. That this will save you your own property and save others.
It will save you, your property, and save others. We'll continue with that conversation, but right now, okay, this season, a lot of celebrations going on, okay? People gather, wrestling, traditional dance, you know, a lot of merry making will be going down this season. And of course, that's what we all look forward to, okay? When we begin to see our old traditions come back, dance steps and all of that come back. I mean, it's so amazing, and we all look forward to it. And that will take me to the next, feature. And this one is on our cultural values. Let's take a look. When we come back, we'll be talking some more with Dr. Andrew. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
The purpose and meaning given by a society is what defines that society. Culture is the totality of a people. It is the identity of a people which reflects in religion, language, dresses, moral, among other values. Culture, though, differs from one society to the other. It is key to guiding our thoughts and actions.
Any kingdom that does not have culture does not exist. Because the way constitution is the groundwork of the land, is the way culture is the traditional groundwork of the land.
Culture instills discipline and fosters societal ills. In order to restore decorum, every member of the society must retrace their steps and imbibe the teachings of culture.
So we believe that when we come and stretch our hands together and draw our bodies together and rub our bodies together, we are playing together. It promotes peace and oneness.
Foster unity between the communities, old and young, to stay away from youth restiveness, and also to encourage our brothers. So those who are smoking, those who are drinking excessive drink, to abstain from drinking.
It helps to reduce the social vices. Like looking back at our cultures, we don't have guns, we don't have violence attached to our culture. So this whole event is trying to bring us back to our roots by saying, okay, the men of the whole, they don't take guns, they don't handle arms, they don't involve in violence and all those crimes against drug abuse and all stuff. So they are real men, they are real people, and they don't indulge in all those things. So we involving ourselves in culture, we are trying to go back to those days where there's no violence, there's no harms, there's no guns, and trying to make them see that the world can be a better place without those social vices.
To sustain our cultural value, culture is responsible for homes, churches, schools, institutions of higher learning, and the society at large.
Culture is the way of life of the people. You can see so much joy and excitement, going on there. And I'm just wondering, is it possible that, we celebrate this season, without all the worries? Because I know that in some clans, okay, in some places, where people are having peaceful celebrations, all that might just be happening. A trouble celebration. I don't know, Dr. Andrew, what do you speak to that, okay? Because from one of the correspondent there that spoke to us, like, before now, there used to be peace, we're going to carry, and all of that. But you understand what is happening right now in our country. And so for some persons, even as we're talking about this is a season of sharing, giving out and all that, yes, a lot of that will be happening peacefully in some parts, and in some places, it might not just be the story. What do you have to speak on that?
I think it's very important in this season that we celebrate and we have a culture in every community, like what you said, in every community where you cannot be able to practice your culture, then of course there's no need to obey the constitution. So culture is the life wire of the people. But the problem we have today in the society is because there are so much hunger in the society. There's so much crime in the society. And that is one thing that links me, and that's what is my point is, if we are able to do what we are supposed to do, you see that crime will be less, hunger will be less, we minimize hunger. Everybody has the right to be fed. Everybody has the right not to be hungry. Okay? When we talk about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was in 1948, and the SDG goals, these are talking about how to manage these menaces in the society. Now, how can we practice, how can we enjoy our culture when people are hungry, when the crime is there? Because if people are hungry, they're going to crime. And if they're going to crime, you see that people who are supposed to travel back to their own place will not be able to go there. It means that the culture will not be fulfilled. So this is very, very important. So let's enjoy our culture, and I encourage people to go back. Try what you can on your own to help the society. Help the people in your society so that they will not be hungry. They will not even go into crime. Because a lot of people go into crime because that is only the survivor way. Of course, the survivor instinct will come in. If they don't have anything to feed on, if they don't have anything to survive on, so of course they go into crime. So if the government can do what they're supposed to do, the allies of the society supporting the government will be able to reduce the level of hunger, the level of crime in the society. So this season, I believe in every community that they should enjoy their culture, they should glorify God because it's a season of giving, and of course at the end of the day, you see that the atmosphere will be very interesting and be lovely.
That's what we're looking forward to seeing on this season, and we're hoping that it will come across all board. All right, quickly, let's take this short break. When we come back, we'll have another guest join us, and of course, to lend her voice in our conversation today. Let's go on this very short break, and we'll be right back.
Dear friends, all roads lead to NTA Port Harcourt Gardens, and Friday the 26th of December, this month's birthday bars, is joining forces with our Christmas Carnival, because it's the season of joy and celebration. Parents, children, families, friends and loved ones, you are all invited. Father Christmas will be present. Angel the Laugh will also be live on ground. There will also be a special shout-out session where you can celebrate your loved ones. It's going to be fun, excitement and merriment all the way on Friday the 26th of December. The time is 12 noon. The venue is NTA Port Harcourt Gardens. Tickets, adults 2,000 naira, children 1,000 naira. We are also inviting vendors and partners to be part of the celebration. For inquiries, please call 080-370-69516 or 080-3309-1338 or 070-320-49337. NTA Port Harcourt Christmas birthday bars will be lit.
Glad to know that you're still there. In case you're just joining us, the program is Garden City Rendezvous. Right now, I have a fuller house, okay, and of course, they're going to be letting their voice in on our conversation this morning. And of course, we have Professor Mercy Adesoya. She is from National Surgery University. She's here to be joining us, as well as I have Brian Madirot, who's also a musician. He is seated beautifully well right here in the studio with me. So, but let's start with you, Prof. Now. We're in the season of celebration, the season of Christmas, a whole lot is going to be happening now. Okay, people are going to be moving from one place to the other to celebrate this season. What's your take, on how peaceful can this celebration be?
Yeah, over the years in Nigeria, we used to great celebrations, we used to moving around. Everybody used to traveling. Like I came into Port Harcourt from Kwara State 38 years ago, so I'm used to travel. So by now I will have been packing my luggage, bag and luggage to Kwara State.
Okay.
Now I've hit it from the North Central, so Kwara State is also, so I can pack more baggage to go home, and that's a classical example. So we're saying there's insecurity in the nation, and we're just afraid, looking forward to this celebration time at Christmas, which is unlike Nigeria. So we really like the government to do something about it. It's practical, it's real. I'm from the North Central, and I've been getting all the calls from Kwara State. And all the people that usually will tell me, hey, Kel, we're expecting you back. Or everybody just call me to say, hey, just stay over there.
Yeah, stay back.
Just stay back and be happy. So we really like the government to help us out. We want the insecurity to be handled from northern Nigeria to the west of Nigeria, to the south and east of Nigeria, all over the place. And if I'll be very fast at it, I'll just say, where is the promise of Donald Trump? Because I'm a former presidential candidate, and I'm talking now from a top point of view that the mothers are unhappy, the mothers are crying, the mothers are weeping. We want sanity in our nation, we want security, and knowing also that once it is Christmas, it's internet. Even when I was for last 2 years, I'm told on Christmas Day, we're not going out, we're doing Christmas home. So also knowing that even if I decide to still go back home on Christmas Day, I must stay home practically where I'm happy.
Well, it's not only the mothers. I also know that the fathers, the youth, everybody is unhappy with what is currently happening, and we look forward to peace because people look forward to this kind kind of season where you retire back home from where you're coming from, having worked, from January up until now. You want to go back to family, enjoy the local foods, the homemade foods, enjoy culture, the natural air, the ambience, of the, your community and all of that. And a situation where you can go back is really, really very sad. And we're hoping that, yes, there will be, there will be peace at the end of the day. We're looking forward to that the government will weigh in because there have been talks and all that, all the plans is on here. We're looking forward to that, really look forward to that. But quickly, Brian, you're a musical artist, okay? On a lighter note now, okay, so tell us what's cooking in your side within this celebration, what's happening?
Good morning. We just got the song and we're on promo. Like my mother said, nothing strive without security.
Sure.
We entertainers, we are more like we live. Most of our activities is at night, and our events usually kicks off from 7 to like 11, 12 in the night. So with the high rate of insecurity, how do you move by that time of the night? And most times after our event, we get these things here in Port Harcourt always. I've talked about this on social media, where you have an event by 7, 8, 9, the next thing, hooligans are out there stealing phones, raping women and all. It's not, the business is not going to strike. So yeah, everything is just around the security. With good security, you should be rest assured that you're going to enjoy your Christmas. Security first before anything.
Security.
Even before the entertainment.
Before the entertainment.
Yes.
Wow, wow. Okay, so, Doc, let's come to you now, Doc. Let's see, we're trying to wrap up right now today on the program Garden City Rendezvous. Leave us with your final message. What would be your final message, even as we're celebrating this season? What would you tell the people, the government, stakeholders, everybody? What should you tell us?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity once again. I want to tell our viewers and I will tell the society that this is a season of celebration. And of course, the reason why we're celebrating is because there is giving. Someone was given to us for the redemption of humanity. And so I want to encourage everyone to give at your own level, at any level where you are. Ensure you are giving something to somebody. As you are giving something to somebody, that person will go out of hunger. That person will find a means of survival. As he is doing this, it means that there will be less crime in the society. From what the Prof said and what Brian said, you see that the crime is already there. And what can we do as individuals? We cannot all wait for government to really intervene. This is where I come in here. I say, look, brothers, sisters, let us also do something to see how we can bring out these people out of crime. So that if they're not hungry, they have a roof over their head. They can find a means of survival. Then you see that they cannot go. There are people who cannot go to school. If you give them support to go to school, you see that they will be out of the street. So these are some of the things to do. I want to tell the viewers, I want to tell the society, please take it as a responsibility. Care for the next person beside you in a neighborhood. As you do this, you are going to enjoy this festivity.
Thank you very much. Next person. Let's hear from you.
I'm going to key in on the word peace.
Okay.
Also, as a former country president of the United Nations for Positive Livelihood Award, all we talk about is just peace, peace, peace. So I'm going to key in on peace. And I'll say, let there be peace in our hearts individually. Let there be peace in our homes, among family members. So don't hurt your brother, don't hurt your sister as a husband, don't hurt your wife as a wife, don't hurt your husband. Let there be peace in our homes. Parents teach children peace. So let there be peace in our state, River State, our peaceful state, River State, and all the states of the nation. Let there be peace
in our nation, Nigeria, peace in Africa, and peace in our beautiful entire world, as this is the time for the memory of the death of our Lord Jesus Christ. I preach peace this morning. I say to all, let there be peace.
Let there be peace coming from Brian. What do you have to say, even as we celebrate this season?
Let's be kind to ourselves. Preach kindness always. And this is to the youth, as always.
Yeah.
From courtesy, drugs, and excessive alcohol.
All right, so Brian, we can't let you go. Can you do something for us? We can have you here.
We don't have a lot of
Yes. So, let's settle.
Okay.
Yes.
As a little boy growing up from the spot of the city. I will see love and care amongst my people. I saw parents care and guided their children. I saw youths hustling to make ends meet. How did we go wrong? How did we get here? When cultism and killing, not the trend of today. See, when drugs and rituals, not the order of the day. Oh, I cry for my people. Oh, I cry for my people. See, say food must today, shelter must today. We must live in peace and unity one day. So I cry and I pray for my people. Hear this part. Nigeria needs help. Oh, she needs help. So much injustice and killing of her people. My country needs help. Oh, she needs help. So much injustice, insecurity of her people. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you.
This is something that into the subject of our discussion.
Sure. The message is powerful. The message is powerful. This is the much we can take today on the program at Garden City Rendezvous. I want to say thank you so much to Professor Messi. Thank you for coming on the program. And of course, to Dr. Andrew, we appreciate you for coming. And Brian Mandirot, thank you for, of course, lighting up the day for us, okay? So thank you. We'll see you again bright and early next week for another time. Once again, let's notice my name. From all of us, it's bye and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.